Okay, so this first video is a video of yesterday and up to about, well, actually, to be honest, up to about 9 o'clock, which is when I started work. So yesterday morning, I wish I recorded more footage of yesterday. Yesterday morning, don't really remember the morning, which sucks. I think I had a talk to my R1 buddy, and congratulations, it seems like he might be getting into a relationship. Maybe, if he is, good on you, buddy. I don't know what day that was, but congratulations to him anyway. And then, when was this? This would be Friday. That's right. I had the day off on Friday, no work. So, I think at lunchtime, maybe dinner time, I went out with French girl, who I usually go out with, a pretty cool guy from Pakistan, which he'll be leaving in about 5 days, and right, originally I caught up with the Hong Kong guy, and he took photos of my bike. He wanted to model with it for some reason, so that's what he wanted. Fair enough. So awkwardly I parked my bike on the footpath, and he took some photos of him modelling with my bike. And why did he want to do that? Because he wanted good Tinder photos. Isn't that why everyone does that? So anyway, I filmed myself in uni SA, and he took photos of my bike in front of it with some pretty fancy lights and stuff. He's a good photographer, don't get me wrong, it's just weird. Anyway, after that, then we caught up with the French girl and the Pakistan guy, and then 4 French people couldn't make it down to the main drag, so we had to go to their house, and it's where stuff got pretty interesting. So I spent my 4 group caught up with their 4 group, and we had a blast. Majority of the time they did speak French, which was a little bit of a bummer. But I met a really cool French guy. He was about 19. He was really young-hearted and just loved the party and stuff. And met a really awesome dude as well who likes this Evo. And we had lots of silly arguments to get out Subarus and Evos, and just tons of conversation about cars for like the most of the night. The host was pretty nice. He was just a general nice guy. Didn't talk to him a lot. And then I also talked to her friend Sheila. She was cool, but she talked mostly French, so I don't really have much to comment on her. We did dance very poorly, but we did dance. I think I uploaded that video too. After that, right, so this is where things got pretty interesting, but also very boring and tedious. I got home. It was like 1 o'clock. I was like, oh, I'm finally goddamn home. I can't wait to get into bed. Oh, wait, I told Angelina to leave the door unlocked, but Jerome didn't know that. So, guess what happened? I was locked out of the house. Now, I thought I could do this, but turns out I couldn't. I tried so hard to fall asleep. I didn't want to wake him up because, well, last time I woke my sister up at 6 o'clock in the morning, she was pretty grumpy. I don't want to wake my sister up at 1 o'clock in the morning. I did not want to get killed. So, I thought, I'll sleep on the ground near my motorbike. Literally like 2 hours passed, I didn't go to sleep. And then another hour passed, and I was near the door, and I couldn't go to sleep. And then it was driving me insane, so I went and got 2 sausage rolls. And by that time, it was probably like 3 or 4 o'clock. And I was going insane, because I couldn't sleep, I couldn't get to sleep. Nothing was working. Very frustrating. So, I went to the cop shop, just asked, what can I do? I'm not homeless, but I'm locked outside the house, I can't sleep anywhere, and it was a really weird thing to do and ask, but I was really just curious in how helpful the cops are. And the cop said, sorry mate, we can't do anything. They wouldn't even fucking charge my phone. Basically it was, well, you lost your keys, you're on your own. So the police were useless. Anyway, I went back and I went to try and sleep near the door and stuff again. That didn't work. Literally, like, I slept outside in the cold. I didn't even sleep. Actually, I might have slept for like half an hour, maybe. So from 1 o'clock all the way to goddamn like maybe 6:30, I was just constantly goddamn awake, freezing cold, sleeping outside at the garage. It was a terrible experience. Then I had to travel to work, which was freezing. And I knew I'd fall asleep at work, but I tried desperately so hard not to. Eventually, though, I set up the shop, but I left all the lights off. This is probably like 8:30 maybe 8:25, I don't know. And I was in the shop. Hang on, give me a second. Why isn't that working? Anyway, so it got pretty early, like to the shop open, and I was like, okay. Let's not fall asleep. Let's just try and push through work. I fell asleep. Of course I did. And I fell asleep, and woke up, and it was like 8:40 or maybe 8:50, and I was a little bit panicking, like, oh shit, what happens if a worker saw me and I was sleeping at the desk or something? I don't know if customers saw me. I had all the lights off, and I put the chair on the lowest setting, so I could avoid that. But I mean, you never know. Maybe someone saw me. But yeah, I tried and I fell asleep. Pretty embarrassing. Luckily, though, I cheated it, and no one noticed I fell asleep at work before shop opened as well. The guy, though, didn't seem to care. There's 2 workers. There's, let's say, Chloe and Troy. Troy's like, I wouldn't even care, because he said he's been late to work a few times and all that kind of stuff. So I reckon if I even told him that story, he'll be like, it's not that bad. But still, yeah. So yeah, it was a very, very interesting night. So long story short, I had a good morning, I don't remember it though, of course. I went out to hang out with some friends, and then them friends hanged out with other friends, which are all French, and then I danced and had fun, and then at the end of that, from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock, I tried so hard to sleep outside in the open underneath a little veranda. I tried to sleep like half under her car, half not under her car, I tried everything. Nothing worked. A very stressful night. I ended up just walking and walking and walking to waste time. Yeah, it's a very interesting night. I'll give you that. So yeah, that was last night. Ciao.